If you know me, you know that I love Pixar movies. I think they're really great movies that everyone can enjoy. So today we're going to be ranking all of them except for Turning Red and Lightyear, because in my opinion, that's where it went down. If you've seen those movies, you know what I'm talking about. So let's just go ahead and get started with number 24. In my opinion, I think Brave is a really boring movie. It's just like, it doesn't fit in with the other movies. Just in my opinion, here I'm just going to say that off the bat. This shouldn't be a Pixar movie. And I understand that they needed a strong, like, no offense or anything. I'm not being like a sexist or anything, but they needed a strong female character in a movie. They just needed this one. Like, so that girls can appeal to these movies also. Not like plenty of girls enjoy the other Pixar movies. I'm just saying, like, a lot of this one really appeals to them. Didn't really appeal to me that much, and I'm not a sexist again, but still, it does have archery. That's a plus for me, but it's just like it doesn't fit in with the rest of the storylines and like this other alternate universe. Now you're thinking, have you seen Monsters Inc., Cars, and Bugs Life? What are you talking about, Jack? That's ridiculous. What do you mean alternate universe? This is more of a universe than anything else. I'm just saying, this doesn't really fit in with the rest of the movies. It's like, I need like a whole different like outfit for what I'm like talking as like the audience or something. I don't know, just slightly something I need. But yeah, this movie just didn't appeal to me. And yeah, and I think this was a movie that like Pixar had to get one out. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Basically, what it was. So they had to get this movie. They had to get another movie out, and this was good. I guess this was a pretty good movie when I first saw it. I didn't even want to rewatch it to make this video. I just thought, like, this is wasting my time. And foreshadowing another video, I've been watching every single DreamWorks movie, so I'm working on Shark Tale right now, and I just want to say, spoilers for the video, it actually hasn't been that bad. Just putting that out there. This has nothing to do with the Brave topic, but it's just like, yeah. So this movie's like just kind of boring. Just didn't really enjoy it that much. And yeah, I'm getting an arrow through my head. Sorry. Yeah. Look that for that thumbnail. So, just boring. Boring movie. I think it's a good, like, if I was babysitting somebody, yeah, I'd watch it with them. But it's not something I'd, like, actually watch just by myself for no reason. So, yeah. This is another one of those, like, it's forgettable. I'll put it that way. It's forgettable. It's a forgettable movie. I don't remember anyone's name besides Merida, Mordu, and I'm pretty sure, no, I don't even know the Queen's name. I thought I knew the Queen's name, but Merida and Mordu is the only people I remember. That's it. I know Merida because she's the main character. I know Mordu because I remember the short. But that's it. I don't remember anyone else. This is a forgettable movie, and I would not be mad if just Pixar forgot about it altogether. Here's what I was going to say. I was trying to remember it. I understand, like, Pixar needed a girls' movie. And not saying this is a girls' movie. Again, this isn't just a girls' movie. But I'm just saying, like, they wanted a strong female character. But I think this should have been a Walt Disney Animation Studios movie, not a Pixar movie. Just putting that out there. But, again, just because it's the lowest doesn't mean it's the lowest Disney movie. There are definitely movies that are below this movie. And just because it's Pixar, just doesn't, like, this is just the lowest of the low Pixar. Like, a lot of these, like, on the lower spectrum were just boring. Didn't really enjoy them that much. So, let's go ahead and move on to number 23. Here's another one that's just, like, here's what I think about all these, like, movies that will never get sequels. I would love a sequel to Bug's Life, but it's, like, it's not going to happen. That movie was made a long time ago, so that's not going to happen anymore. We can just chuck Bug's Life 2 out the window because it's not happening. But Coco's another one of those ones. I can guarantee you we're not getting a sequel, and if it does, I'm just going to say it's going to be very bad. I'll watch it once, okay? If another Pixar movie comes out that's going to be good, like, Coco was an okay movie. Okay movie at best. It does rank pretty far on my list because I didn't like it. It took me so long to watch this movie, I just, like, didn't watch it until, like, a long time later. Like, I think I watched it in, like, 2020. Sorry, someone texted me. So, it was a long time until I saw this movie, and I just wasn't that impressed. I wasn't, like, none of the moments really, like, I don't really remember the moments. I can remember a few more of the characters' names. Just like, This movie's scenes are forgettable. The characters are pretty memorable. The plot was good. I will say this. The plot in this movie was good. I loved the twist villain, Ernesto de la Cruz, I think was his name. I didn't really watch this movie either. I don't really watch any Pixar movies. I don't know what, like, the one I watched most recent. But, yeah. I can, like, this movie, like, goes from this Mexican world to then he's, like, I don't know, how did he even get to the land of the dead? Huh? He just kind of went to this Mexican world, then came over here, and then he was back over here. How did he get there? I don't remember. See, that's the thing. I don't remember. And maybe that's because you're probably like, Jack, that's because you didn't rewatch the movie. But it's just like, don't remember anything. I know the movie name. They tried to, like, bring it up in theaters when trying to film, what was it, like, Olaf's Frozen Adventure, I think was what it was. Trying to pair it with that. It was, like, a 30-minute thing before the movie, and then they took it off. But that tried to bring the movie up, and I just, you gotta respect them for that. They tried so hard to make this movie good, and then paired it with another popular movie, like, spin-off. So, sorry, there's something in my nose. My bad. Let's move on to number 22. This is the movie I most recently rewatched. This is The Good Dinosaur. And it's a really okay movie. A lot of the characters are really forgettable. I rewatched this literally last night. So I can remember things because I just rewatched it. Just to make, like, not to make this video, just because we watched a movie as a family. My dad chose this. So Arlo, Spot, Butch, Nash, Ramsey, Pet Collector. I can't remember the pterodactyl's name. But so 6 characters, guys. We're so good. I can remember Libby, Buck, and Henry. That's 9. That's 9 characters I can remember. Just after rewatching, so don't blame me. But I have a lot of movie reviewers for Pixar movies put this down, like the least favorite, maybe second to least, but they put Cars 2 at the bottom. But you'll see, Cars 2 is way better than you guys think. We'll get to that later. I moved the green screen filter out of the way. But yeah, this movie, after rewatching, it was a very cute movie. I actually really liked it. Not as good as some of the others, of course, but really good movie. I don't know what else to say. It was actually pretty good. Good Arlo. Spot, you were there also. Spot just, like, he's there to move the story along. All these side characters used to move the story along. But, yeah, not, like, this guy was actually used to, it was a good plot point, but I'm Arlo. No, Arlo's this way. I'm Arlo over here, and my brother is Spot. He's crazy. And then my other brother is Buck, because he likes to go. Just all way to, yeah. Alright, let's move on to number 21. Solo's just another one. Forgettable. Just boring. I'm walking along the street, falling down a manhole, going to this crazy world where I have to train a literal child to become a human who's actually tricking the child to become a human again because he fell down a manhole to become a human again because he's not human because he fell down a manhole to die. Then he fell off the bridge to go to heaven, I guess. So then he fell down off the bridge to go to heaven and then fell into this crazy world behind me. What is going on? Why? Huh? Why? The villain isn't even good. This villain right here, he's not a good guy. I don't like, well, of course not a good guy. He's a villain. All he's trying to do is prove that he's he's supposed to be dead. The count's off. He's supposed to be dead. And then at the very end, they trick him by moving the beats around. What is this villain? I don't like him. I don't like this movie. I don't like this. This is better than everything we mentioned before, but this movie just doesn't make any sense. So how do you get from walking to go to heaven to go here? Where does this movie make sense? Where does this go on the timeline? Where is this taking place? What's going on? Why does this exist? Who is this? Okay? Where did you come from? There's no build-up. He just kind of shows up and says, the count's off. Better go find a guy. Let's become a good villain and not I would say my favorite character in here is this guy. I like him. I like his voice actor. I think he's pretty good. So yeah, the ending was cute. Like, got 22 back to Earth as herself, and then Joe finally gets his life back by going back. So, but this is a movie I would like to see a sequel of, because we just kind of left off with 22 jumping down to Earth. I'd like to see where she turns up, or at least make a short. We did get a short of like a prequel to the movie, but I at least want a movie, or at least another short saying like what happens after the movie. We don't get that. We just kind of get it ended, and at this point I don't know if we're gonna get a sequel to any movies now. I think we're just gonna keep making, let's face it, awful movies. Turning Red Lightyear sucked. This movie was just weird in my opinion. I don't know if I really liked it or not. So. Let's just move on. I'm gonna stop screaming now about this movie that was okay. Let's move on to another movie that was just better than this okay movie. Alright, Reed's gonna come in here and rank my background for this next movie!
What is that?
That, my friend, is Lightning McQueen, because let me check my notes. Because number 20 on this list is Cars. You can leave now, and you can go shut the door because the toilet's so like, ah! Go wash your hands. Close the door.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
I'm Speedy.
No, you are sped. Okay, get out.
I am Speedy.
You're sped.
Ka-chow.
You're sped. Sped. Sped boy. Sped. The most boring of the Cars movies, Cars 1. Just a really boring movie. Things went up once this movie ended. People love this movie. Some people think this is their favorite Cars movie, and I can see that. This movie did start the franchise. It started everything. It started the Disney, Pixar like rides. It started everything. But this movie just just seems like the vibe I got from watching this is just like, this just feels like a 1980s Western movie. Like a Western movie more than like a Cars movie. Like, I just kind of like, here's the story. Lightning McQueen races, okay, and he's trying to win a piston cup, which is the trophy for if you win a race. So there's a 3-way tie. So then there's gonna be another race in California, and Chick Hicks, the villain of the movie, makes a deal with Lightning McQueen. Whoever gets to California first gets Dynaco. So Lightning McQueen is trying to get there first with his trusty companion Mac, who's his trailer, and he hits the button that opens the door, and he flies out. So then he tries to follow him, but gets lost in a little town called Radiator Springs, where he meets a bunch of other people and his future girlfriend. And then they have to help him because he destroyed their road coming in, so he has to fix the road. Then he has to go to the race, but then he never said goodbye. And he told Doc Hudson, his future mentor, they never had a crew chief. So him and a bunch of other people from Radiator Springs came to help Lightning and be his pit crew. And like I said, the ending was great. It didn't set up a future movie. It just ended. And when I watched this, I knew that there would be another movie, because I was alive when Cars 2 came out. So, but it was just like, on rewatching, it's just like, this didn't set up Cars 2, but I know it's gonna come, so I know it's perfect. I don't want a to be continued, because then I have to wait to watch that movie. This is perfect. Cars 2 just picks up not right after the movie, but a little while after this movie. And I think that's perfect. So the ending was perfect in this movie. Just this movie is boring. And I don't like it. I mean, this movie was better than Soul because of the memorable characters. You want to talk about memorable characters? I can go pull this up on my screen and say, who is this? Who is this, guys? Who is this? Hey, comment on any post. I don't know if you can comment on this video or not, but who is this, guys? Who's this? Who's this? Who is this? Hey, at 1423, I want you to comment. Who is this? Who is this? Who is this? Who is this? Who is this character right here? Who is this? If you can't answer correctly, I'm gonna do something mad. Really memorable characters. I can remember a lot of the characters from this. Maybe even all of them. Probably not all of them, because there are a bunch of side characters that I can remember their names of. So let's move on. This movie was fine. I like the voice acting. I like how they came from Marvel to being elves, freaking elves. I like the relationship between them. Their quest was okay. I mean, I guess the movie could be fine without the quest. I'm just saying, like, the quest was okay. We didn't need to go through all of this. I think we would still have a very good movie without the quest to go find a gem to make their dad have an upper part instead of just the pants. But, you know, we don't get that because Pixar wants it to be exciting, so that's why this movie didn't relate. It didn't relate to everything else. It's just like, different world. Hang on, Jack! You're gonna tell me that you already talked about this once with Brave, and now you're gonna talk about this movie? Of course this is out of line! What do you mean? I hear you, but it's just boring. Boring movie. Boring quest. Okay, character. Okay. The dad just didn't do anything. You can see him in the back there. Hey, see him in the back. I see it. I see it, Daddy. See. Oh, sheesh. Hit my green screen. But, yeah, just okay movie. That's all I'm going to say about it. It's just an okay movie with okay plots, with okay stories, with okay voice acting. It's just okay. It's okay. It's an okay movie. We're all going to be okay because it's an okay movie. This movie released after my birthday, so that was pretty cool. But okay movies. I love okay movies. It's so much fun. But, I don't know how many times I watched this. Definitely not as much as the other ones, but this movie's just like, I'm going to say okay movie a lot today. But when we get to the upper ones, I'm still just going to say, this was a good movie, not as good as my number one spot, but it was good. I really enjoyed watching this. But, like, I enjoyed this watching the first time. Second time was okay. Third time was just like, I've seen this. I get it. I got it. Okay? Okay, I will say this. If they make a sequel, I will watch it. Because this movie was not, I don't know if it's gonna get a sequel. I would like an Onward too, but it's probably not gonna happen. But if it does come out, it's probably gonna come to Disney Plus, which then I will watch it. But then they're gonna make the character gay or something. So let's move on. Oh, I'm gonna get yelled at. I'm gonna get yelled at for this one, guys. This is the next one. Yes, I did rank this right above an okay movie. This was my least favorite Toy Story movie. Toy Story 3. It's another one where it's just like, Woody gets mad at Buzz again for not wanting to go back to Andy, who was gonna put them in the attic because children grow out of their toys. They don't want to play with you guys anymore. The children grow out of their toys, and then they want to play with other cool things. They don't want to play with this. They want to play with cool things. They don't want to play with Lotso Hugging Bear. They don't want to play with a cowboy. Okay, they want to play with the cool action figures, and we don't get like. Now, just putting this out there. This has a great message in it. Like, kids grow up. They don't want to play with toys anymore. I don't know how many toys I've given away because now I'm a teenager. I don't play with, like, I'm trying to think of a toy. I don't play with Thomas the Tank Engine toys anymore. I don't do that. I make videos, okay? I play video games. I don't play with my old toys. But this was a perfect, like, movie to watch when you're getting rid of toys. Like, you gotta learn. Kids are gonna grow up. You don't want to play. This movie really, like, put that message into the perspective of a toy. And I think that was really good. Okay, this movie was, like, kind of sad. Like, to just see Andy, like, all grown up. He's getting rid of all his toys. The toys that made them a movie. He's just getting rid of them. But then the Savior came down and put them back up as a bratty little kid. I don't like Bonnie. I think Bonnie's a little brat, spoiled little jerk. I don't like Bonnie. That's what makes this movie go down. I don't like Bonnie. It could have gone to any other kid, but no, it had to go to a little brat. She doesn't have toys to begin with. She just, like, kind of, like, dumps Woody in with them. And she's like, oh, you're gonna fit right in. Read. Little brat. I don't like Bonnie. Like, Bonnie's just a little brat. Lotso Hugging Bear, I thought was a really good villain. I will give him that. He was a really good twist villain. I love his backstory. I love, like, how he, the clown, and the baby got all thrown away together from one owner. Like, it's cool that they all come from the same spot. But I'm just saying, like, the Bonnie brought the movie down because it's just like, Bonnie found Woody. It wasn't her. It was Andy's because Woody wouldn't listen to his friends. Woody always be a jerk in these movies. But, I mean, it's just like... He finally, like, comes through in the end, and Buzz turns Spanish. Just, like, a lot of weird side plots in this movie. I think, like, just to make it longer, we had to, so it's kind of, like, going, like... Finally get to the climax of the movie, but it's just, like... Well, that's just most people, most movies do, but it's just this movie, just, like... Oh, the bear's the bad guy. I saw that coming a mile away, Pixar. Step up your game. Step up your game. Maybe the bear could be a good guy, and then the octopus guy, who also turns out to be a bad guy, could be the main bad guy. And then Ken's also a bad guy, but then turns naked and good, and then it's just like a whole thing. So, let's move on, shall we? Let's move on. Let's start with a high note. This movie did well. This movie was actually pretty good. I love the backstory of the character that got introduced in Finding Nemo. I love that we got to actually see her. I just love all that. I just think we needed to see this side of the story more than have it focus on Nemo. And so that was pretty good. Other ways, this movie stretched out far too long. Dory, I'm sorry. I know it's Pixar. It appeals to kids, and I'm a teenager now. I'm going to keep saying that. Dory is a complete idiot. I'm sorry, but she's an idiot. Why can't you stick on one path? Why do we need to go in this other place to try and get to this place that has nothing to do with the other place? Why do we need to go in with this whale that we've never seen before? Why does she suddenly appear in the actual, literal ocean? What happened? Okay, I know how she got there because she was helping with the plan. But how did she actually get into the ocean in the first place? Huh? I don't remember any of that. It's just like somehow they appear playing hide and seek and then Hank becomes their teacher. What is going on? And also, Marlon snapping at Dory. That was not called for. And then Marlon being obsessed over Dory being a little like, oh, I'm going to the drop off. What? No, you stay here, little. Yeah, it's an okay movie. So yeah, let's move on. That's actually where we're going to wrap things up. I think that we did a good job today, me yelling at movies that I thought were okay and talking about dumb side characters. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe and like for part 2. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching.